Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do something a little bit funny, have like a diary of a potty training mum. So obviously I'm going to be very much just kind of speaking to the camera. I'm not showing you how we're doing it. I'm just going to give you little bits and pieces of how we're getting on. This is James, this is my second child. Potty training him, he's about 18 and a half months. I did my first child, Olivia, at 18 months. So I'm quite feeling okay, a bit nervous, but we're gonna give it a shot. I'll come back, I'm just going to go and get Olivia to nursery, and then we'll come back and we've got a little sort of game to do, and then we'll get him in his pants, and then it's very much let's get him drinking and seeing if we can get him to get used to the potty. But I just thought I'd film it. The last time I did something, I did how I potty trained my 18-month-year-old, and I thought I'm not going to do something the same, but I thought I would do something a little bit more fun. I'll link that video below if you want to see it, and yeah, let's get going. See how it goes. We'll just kind of pop in and out and let you know how he is getting on. So yeah, just back from nursery on, and we've done our little game. You found all the nappies and we've put them in the bin. I know, that's for bedtime. That one's, look, they've got cars on them. That's for bedtime, for sleepy times. So we're just gonna go and get his pants on, and then we're gonna fill him up with water. And yeah, got his little box here. This is really cute. We did our nappies, and now it's time. Feeling excited, nervous, but we'll see how we get on. So I'm gonna put the camera away just now, and we'll come back probably when he's napping, and I'll let you know how things go. But it'll be first day, lots and lots of accidents. I've got my cleaning products ready as well. It's lunchtime. I've just been pottering about for a little while, for the last hour whilst James has slept, so I thought I'd give you an update on how the morning's gone. Obviously we had quite a few nappies. We had our first poo in the pants. I think he was a bit like, what is going on? But he didn't obviously have a choice. Obviously had a few accidents, and then just not long before he went down for a nap, he started to pee in the living room, and I quickly ran through the bathroom, got him on the toilet, and when he stood up, he'd done a huge pee in the potty. So I was like, that's really good, that's good progress. So taking some encouragement from that, because it is tiring. You're literally chasing a toddler around and they're probably going, what are you doing? Like constantly saying, pee in the potty, constantly saying, tell me when you need a pee, tell me when you need a pee, tell mommy when you need a pee. I'm going, shut up mommy. So yeah, he's just napping now. He's got on a pull-up in his pants, and he'll probably get up soon for lunch, and then he'll be back onto the afternoon shift. So we'll see how it goes on this afternoon. He seems like he's okay with it. If I felt he was getting upset all morning, I would probably have not continued, but so far so good. So just need to continue on, and we'll see how it goes on this afternoon. Kids are in bed, and I thought I'd come sit down and tell you how today has went. I'm exhausted, I have to say. I forgot how tiring it is running around after a toddler. I was actually looking, like, I haven't been out the house since like 9 o'clock this morning when I dropped off Olivia, and I've still managed to do 11,000 steps. To show you how much running around after him I've done. You just have to follow him everywhere. You forget how hard it is, but it's kind of nice to... I was quite excited this morning, I think, because I think it gave me something to do, because I've been so bored being in lockdown. But yeah, so I will tell you how it's gone. Actually pretty good overall. I think quite impressed actually how he's gotten on. He had obviously quite a lot of accidents this morning, and then he was dry during his nap and got up, and we kind of managed to get lunch. He was a bit tired. I think he's teething just now, so he took him in to come tea himself, and then we've had a fine afternoon. I mean, we've had an accident, but I wouldn't say we've had a fully blown, like, peed everywhere. More so, I would say, like, started to pee, or just like maybe dribbled in his pants, and then I've taken him straight through the potty, and he's finished on the potty. And it's not just like a little dribble on the potty, it's like fully blown, he's peed in the toilet. And a couple of times I've kind of started to click on at what his like cues are for needing the toilet. So he kind of like, he sees hands going down to like the sides of his underwear at his pants, so that's kind of a bit of a giveaway when he sort of starts doing that. It's like, oh right, I think we need to go to the potty. And a couple of times I've put him on and he's peed straight away, so he's done really well. I mean, that's a pretty positive day considering it's only day one. Pooping's obviously the bit he did this morning in his pants, which was fine, but he hasn't done it since, and I'm pretty sure he needs. So, you know, pooping is just one of those things. It's a bit funny, so we'll see how he gets on tomorrow. Hey, so we are into day 2 of potty training here. His nappy wasn't dry when he woke up this morning, his pull-up, but that was, I've still given him milk. I've cut it down a little bit, but we'll just kind of ease him off it eventually, the milk at night. And then what did he got up this morning? He wasn't keen to sit on the toilet. I think it was almost like, oh, we still have to do this. So couldn't get him on the toilet, and then we got him upstairs, and I kind of got a bit distracted, as when it always happens. Got a bit distracted, was thinking about what we could do because it was early, and whether we could go back upstairs and sit, like, 'cause that's what our normal routine is. But I thought, oh, we better go downstairs. And then before he came through, he told me, he came, like, doesn't tell me, but he kind of like wanted me to come through, and then he'd peed. So that was one accident. But since then he was about, like, he drank loads of water, and I was like, I'm sure he needs to pee. Put him on a couple of times, wasn't going for it. Like, it's not bad. He's just sitting here playing with the ball. And he didn't pee, and then he was like an hour and 50 minutes, and then he peed. Woo! And he's probably been about another, that's probably been about an hour, maybe 20, so maybe another 10 minutes and we'll stick him on the potty. So I'm kind of getting an idea of how long he's waiting and making sure we get him on the potty before he goes. So far, so far, like, apart from that one accident this morning, we haven't had any, and he's been drinking plenty. We've been having all the water bottles out, and we're just playing. We've got an Olivia off to nursery. My friend's taking her, so that saves me coming out the house. So far so good. So we'll see how we progress into the day. Good a bit. Hey, that's James down for a nap, so I'm just gonna go and get my workout done and get tidied up while he's sleeping, so give me a chance to get caught up with a few things. It's not been too bad a morning. We've had a couple of accidents, but nothing major. I guess sometimes, like, the second day can almost be like, oh well, are we really doing this? Almost like testing you on the second day, because you kind of think, oh, he's kind of was getting it yesterday afternoon, so it's almost like, oh, we're really doing this. So you have to kind of you just have to keep pushing, and you know, it'll keep coming. I don't expect him to be fully potty trained within the next couple of days, but certainly hopefully a lot closer. And I think Olivia took about 2 or 3 weeks to really sink in, and obviously start telling us that she needed a pee, so fingers crossed we're aiming for that. Gonna go and get on with my stuff. Hey, just the end of day 2, and I thought I'd give you a little update. Bit tired tonight. It was an early start this morning, and it's like on the go pretty much from then. So yeah, we've had a really good afternoon. He got up from he got up from his nap. What did he do? We had went downstairs, we had dinner, and then we had our first poop in the potty today, so that was really good. He did start in his pants, but he came right over to me and was like, he was getting a bit upset almost, so he was obviously aware that he was going in his pants, and I kind of knew what was going on right away, so I ran through, got him on the potty, managed to poop, so that was really good. Finished on the toilet, so superb. And then he pooped again this afternoon, tonight, so that was good again. Kind of figured out that he was like fidgeting, or I knew there was something because he'd peed a few times. And I was like, right, back on the potty, and he pooped again. So absolutely amazing, so proud. We also had our first walk this afternoon after he pooped, and I knew he peed. He seemed to be going about an hour and 45, hour and 50 minutes between pees. So I thought he'd peed, he'd pooped. I thought, let's go and chance a little walk. So put on some trousers, went for a walk, just a little walk around the block, played a little bit of 5 minutes in the drive, and then we headed inside. So we put him on the pot. Well, I put him on the potty before we left, and we put him on the potty when he came back. He didn't pee any of the times, but it was so good. He's done really, really well, and I think I got a little teeny tiny bit complacent, you know, when you're like, oh yeah, we're good, because I was kind of looking at the times, I think, so I was thinking, oh, that's good, he's peed, he won't need a pee for a while, and then I didn't quite realise the extent of how much he had drank, I think, and then I think we had like 3 accidents in the space of like half an hour. However, I think 2 of them went into the potty, so like he started but he finished on the potty, so that wasn't too bad. He was still finishing on the potty, apart from one of them. He just completely, that was my fault. I was a bit complacent, distracted. I was doing something in the living room and he was in the kitchen, so typical. But yeah, again tonight, obviously still doing really well, still peeing on the potty, still just doing well. It's not going to be a it's not going to be a speedy finish. It's going to be a sort of slow burner. It'll come, but he's doing really, really well. I'm so proud, because it is a big thing, and it's a big thing at a young age. But he's doing amazing. Seems to be picking it up. It's just obviously knowing to tell me when he needs to go, and obviously that isn't going to come. As I say, Olivia was a couple of weeks before she finally started to tell us, so I would presume it would be the same. But as long as we can kind of get into a routine of making sure that we put him on the potty before he goes, and just again watching out. I don't think he uses his cues an awful lot. Like yesterday in the afternoon, I thought it was quite easy to tell when he was like fidgeting, but today he's not really doing the same, so it's not that easy to kind of figure out that he needs to go to pee. So I need to, hopefully that'll just come easier with time, and just over the days he'll get better at being able to be obviously more need the toilet. So yeah, day 2 done really well again, and we'll see how day 3 goes. Good morning, it's day 3 here, and I sound a lot more chirpier than I feel, I have to say. He woke up at, we didn't get much sleep last night, or I never got much sleep, because James was up quite a while. He just don't know. I was up. I find that once I wake up, that's me, so I struggle to get back to sleep. So we are just having a good morning. We haven't had any accidents this morning. He managed to hold it for a whole, you went down, a whole 2.5 hours. He woke up at 6:30 and he didn't go, and he didn't go till like 2.5 hours later. So it was mental. And we did put him on a couple of times to potty, just because I thought he was needing, I'm just trying to, still kind of learning the signs of when he needs to go. Because obviously he still he hasn't said it yet. He's just pooped on the potty, which is good. Again, like when he's pooping, he's coming straight over to me, so he doesn't like pooping in his pants, so it's literally run to the toilet, he poops no problem. So he's like telling me almost as in a cry, so he obviously can't say the word yet, so hopefully once that comes, that'll be nice and easy. Watch now. What are you doing? So we're just waiting for him to go down for a nap, and then I think I'll take a nap and put Olivia on the iPad just so I can get a bit of a sleep. So that's it, we'll just be staying in house again today pretty much. We'll try and get out for a walk, 'cause it's a nice day. Watch, darling. We'll try and get out for a walk with him, just around the block again, same idea as yesterday. And yeah, that's it. Haven't spoken to you yesterday. I just completely forgot last night, and I was just exhausted. I ended up not getting a nap yesterday afternoon, so I was just, I think between me and James, we were both just done. And I actually slept, I think we fell asleep about 8, and I wasn't, between kids waking up a couple of times, it was fine. They went down no bother again. Nobody got up till 6:30, so it was like 9 hours. So it was well needed, so I feel much better today. So yeah, yesterday was a bit down, it was a bit up and down. There was moments of positivity, there was good, still peeing on the potty. I'm finding that he's stopping, like he'll start peeing in his pants and he stops and he'll finish on the potty. So I'm just trying to think what to do with it, or maybe just stop the treats if he does that. So I don't want him to think that because he's finishing in the potty that's the right thing to do.
So we'll see how we got on today. We're kind of trying to, as I say, I was probably a bit, not complacent, but just too tired yesterday and maybe like missing signs and things like that. So trying to keep on it today. He's away for a nap. He's been okay this morning. Hasn't really peed much, a couple of times. Again, just kind of finishing on the potty, like, but not just like a dribble on the potty, but like finishing proper on the potty. So again, that stopping and starting. So see how we got on today. We might go out for a run this afternoon, take the potty with us, and we can put him on it. I think we kind of just have to accept that it's not going to be like Olivia just seemed like it was really easy and we could kind of pick up and although she did have accidents for like the next couple of weeks, not to the extent, but I don't want to go back now. I don't want to stop. I feel like if we stop now and revert back to nappies, it'll be too confusing. He is getting it. It hasn't just quite clicked yet. So hopefully another couple of days, just keep at it, keep on him, and maybe just get back to a bit of normality, and then just see how he gets on. And hopefully with it, hopefully things will click. So yeah, I'll let you know how he gets on tonight if we go out. And I'll probably just finish off tonight and maybe give you an update thereafter. So yeah.
A little update for you. I thought I had filmed finishing up on day 4, but I've looked everywhere and I cannot find any recordings. So I don't know what I was thinking. I must have completely forgot. I seem to have thought I had filmed on finishing up on day 4, and then I was going to give a quick update after 2 weeks. So we are now 2 weeks tomorrow it will be since we started potty training, and yeah, we're doing really well. That particular day on day 4 we went for some ice cream, we went for a walk, and he was dry the whole way, so he did really well. I think he did come home, if I remember rightly, and have an accident, so it's like it was very much you still needed to keep on top of him because he can get slack. But I remember the same with Olivia when they're playing and they get distracted. It's like, oh, I can't be bothered to go into the toilet. So it doesn't matter, like even after, you'll still get accidents with him. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you a little update on how he was getting on, because obviously that's the 2-week mark. He has been doing really well. I think in the last like 5 days he's been pretty much dry, apart from maybe 1 accident, maybe 1 or 2 accidents, really not an awful lot. He is peeing fully on the toilet anytime you put him on. Sometimes he won't sit, so you've just got to say, okay, if you're not going to sit, you don't want the toilet. He's not telling us yet. We have had a few occasions. I thought yesterday he was maybe getting it, like starting to sort of like cry and tell us, because he's not really talking. He doesn't have a lot of words, so I'm not really expecting him to come out and say pee. We're gonna figure out ways for him to tell us, whether it be to cry or to go to the toilet, the bathroom, or maybe take the potty. You know, he'll find his way to tell us that he needs a pee. So we're not there yet, but hopefully soon he will be. But he is doing exceptionally well. There's a couple of times I haven't put him in his pull-up when he's sleeping and he's been dry, so that's been great. I probably will eventually stop the pull-ups at nap time. We'll leave bedtime for a while just now. I'm not even thinking about that at the moment. He's still getting milk at bedtime, so I'm not stressing too much about that. I just want to get his like potty training down 100% during the day. Let's see, pooping. He has been pooping, no problem on the potty. There was one time I think he might need a poop, put him on the potty, and that's exactly what he did. So he's starting on the pooping on the potty and he's finishing. Although yesterday we had, I think, the worst pooping incident that I think we've had overall with James in total. Like, even when he was a baby, I had a few silly incidents, crazy incidents with Olivia, but this was so so far he's been really good with pooping, and he tells us, or he comes right over and I know exactly what he needs. But he must have, I think it was after tea time, he'd been playing with Olivia, they were having a ball, I was tidying up, wasn't really concentrating, and I thought I better go and just check and make sure he doesn't need the toilet. And I looked in his pants. In fact, I thought he was wet, so I was like, come on, we'll go to the toilet. And I pulled down his pants and I was like, oh no, pooped, and of course he hadn't told us, and he was probably just making it 10 times worse. So I think there was poop in the toilet, there was poop on the floor, there was poop in this it was a bit mental. So yeah, thank God Craig was home at that point, so we could do a bit of a team effort to get it all cleaned. Talk about poop explosion. But it's all in a day, it's all a bit of fun, and you've just got to take the bad days with the good days, or the bad moments with the good moments. So yeah, no, he's been, I would say, pretty much dry for about a week now. And he successfully, I probably don't catch his first morning pee, because he quite often like wakes up and he just lies there, so it takes a minute for us to wake up and realise that he is awake. So he's got his pull-up on, we'll just leave him for the moment, and hopefully eventually he will tell us he needs a pee and we can get him on the toilet. But yeah, this morning he was peeing no problem on the potty when we put him on. So yeah, doing really well. Really chuffed with him. And yeah, 18 months, well, probably 19 months now. Yeah, 19 months now, so super proud. And yeah, that's us. I'm gonna finish things off here. If you've got any questions, anything you want to know, please let me know. As I say, I'll put that video that I did with Olivia into my down bar, and that tells you exactly the method we use. It's the how I train my it's like a 3-day method. Obviously it's not a 3-day method with an 18-month-old, but it's a good process to get into it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up here. Hope you've liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you are new, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you the next time. Bye bye.